What is going on, everybody? This is your boy Juggernaut097 bringing you guys another video. And today is going to be my WWE Elimination Chamber 2021 predictions. And it's crazy. Like, I wasn't expecting Chamber to be, right now. I thought it was going to be next week or sometime. But it's crazy what the shows that we have coming up these next few months. Because this weekend, so tomorrow night we got Elimination Chamber. And then the following week is a big week for New Japan because we got New Japan New Beginning USA. That's going to be on the 26th. And then on the 27th and the 28th next week, we have New Japan Castle Attack, night 1 and night 2 for that. The big 2 nights for that. So that's going to be pretty big. And then March 7th for AEW, we have AEW Revolution, the second Revolution, which is going to be held in Florida, probably in Jacksonville. I'm pretty sure at Daly's Place. And then the following weekend, on the 13th, we have a Impact Plus pay-per-view. And I think the weekend after that, on the 21st, we have Fastlane. So, I mean, it's just so many weeks of, pay-per-views, like basically every other week or so, for all these different companies. And then, we're getting really close to WrestleMania then. I think it's on the 10th and the 11th for WrestleMania this year, 2 nights again. But, I mean, it's just going to be crazy, all, the gas to the pedal, no pun intended, but the gas to the pedal, to WrestleMania here. And it's fun, this time of year. So much wrestling around here. But yeah, we're going to be predicting WWE Elimination Chamber. But before we get started with these predictions, go follow me on all my social media platforms. Go follow me on Twitter at the TrioJSB and Instagram, which is the same thing. Both my links will be down in the description below. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with these predictions. So, Elimination Chamber, like I said, it's going to be on the WWE Network February 21st, which is tomorrow night. And, there's kind of a lot of unknowns going into the show. I mean, there's only 5 or 6 matches on this card. Not very many. And usually, I'm not the biggest fan of the February pay-per-views because there's not really much anything substantial that goes into going into WrestleMania. See, I feel like there shouldn't be a pay-per-view here in February or in March even either. There should be Royal Rumble and then no pay-per-view in February, no pay-per-view in March, and then WrestleMania in April. I feel like have a big long build. Or actually, I wouldn't mind having just a little special, but not a big pay-per-view like Elimination Chamber. And I said this on my video yesterday, I hate these kind of gimmicky pay-per-views like Elimination Chamber because it kind of books you into a corner. Go oh yeah, Elimination Chamber's around the corner, so yeah, we just gotta throw 6 guys in there just to throw them in there. And I just hate how they do these gimmicky pay-per-views, like for example, Extreme Rules or Hell in a Cell. Because these, big match stipulations should be, to blow off the feuds. Not to go oh yeah, well, this pay-per-view's coming up, so we just gotta throw them inside the cell, throw them inside the chamber. I just hate how they do that. Because they kind of book themselves into a corner. And, having different pay-per-view names, you can have more little leeway. Say if they had No Way Out. I mean, yeah, they can do a chamber. They could do a steel cage match. They could do Hell in a Cell. They could do so many different things. They wouldn't just have to do chamber. It just books themselves into a corner. But yeah, that was just a little rant I wanted to talk about. But the first match that we're going to be talking about on the show is the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to be defending the titles against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. This is just kind of a random match that just got made. I'm going to be surprised if they put it on Sasha Banks and Bianca. But I have a feeling that maybe Bianca Belair might turn on Sasha Banks and say, hey, I'm going to challenge you for the title at WrestleMania. I don't feel like Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to lose right here. I mean, the team that I would see him losing to is Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. I don't really think Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair need the titles. And I mean, it wouldn't put me past WWE for them to put the titles on them. But I just don't think they need the titles. But I could be wrong with this. But I'm going to say Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retain the titles. And I guess we'll talk about this match next, the Raw Women's Championship match. Asuka's defending the title against Lacey Evans, which, it's rumored that she might not be on the show because, she's pregnant. So, congratulations to her. I mean, I don't think it's a work at least. I wouldn't see why not. She wouldn't be able to, go against Asuka, just for one more match and then write her off TV. But if they do have her face someone else, I don't know, maybe Charlotte, maybe Rhea Ripley. I have no idea, but either way, Asuka is going to retain here. I wouldn't like whoever Asuka does face, if she even does face Lacey Evans. I still say that Asuka is going to retain, or even if she faces Charlotte or somebody. I have no idea. Like, there's so many unknowns about this show. But yeah, I say Asuka retains here. And then the next match we have is the United States Championship match. We got Bobby Lashley defending the title against Keith Lee versus Riddle in a triple threat match. We haven't seen Keith Lee on TV for a while because, he has that. Well, I don't think he has the COVID, but he has been having like symptoms and stuff, so they've been keeping him off TV for a while. Or because, his wife, Mia Yim, she had COVID, so they've been kind of having him quarantined and stuff. I was thinking maybe they might put the title on Riddle. I don't know. I think I'm going to stay safe and say that Bobby Lashley retains. I wouldn't mind to see him dropping the title, but like I said, I haven't been really watching Raw, so I don't know what's going on with this whole United States Championship thing. But if they have a title change, I wouldn't be surprised if Matt Riddle gets a title. And then maybe put Bobby Lashley in the main event picture on Raw, and like Raw, there are so many unknowns, especially with the WWE Championship going into WrestleMania. But I'm going to say that, I don't know, I'm just going to say that Bobby Lashley retains the title. And then the next match we have is the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. And the winner gets a Universal Championship match later in the night against Roman Reigns. So the competitors we have in here are Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, Jey Uso, Baron Corbin or King Corbin, and Sami Zayn. I think this is going to be the better out of the two chamber matches we see. This match could possibly go on first, because they have to wrestle again later on the night. Sami Zayn, I would like to see him win, but he's not winning this match. Baron Corbin isn't winning. Jey Uso, they already had that little rivalry there, and I wouldn't be surprised if they would go that route, but I just don't feel, Jey Uso is not going to win here. Daniel Bryan, I wouldn't mind seeing him win. Kevin Owens is the obvious choice, but I don't want it to be too obvious with it, have him pick Kevin Owens, because we've seen this rivalry many times. I'm not opposed to seeing this, but I just don't think they need to have the match again. So I think that they're going to go with Cesaro here, and he's so over right now with everybody, and he's been putting on these great matches, and he's been kind of aligning himself with Daniel Bryan here. And it looks like that Cesaro's kind of, going to go to a few with Seth Rollins here, because last week when I was watching SmackDown, it looks like, they're going to have a feud a little bit. But I think that Cesaro is going to win here. There's just something in my gut that's saying he's going to win. But I wouldn't mind if, Kevin Owens or Daniel Bryan won. Because you can have that whole thing with Daniel Bryan, from a few years ago, how he basically, Roman took his spot and stuff. You can have that little storyline there. I mean, I'm hooked on that. I mean, that's a money match right there with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. But, they can also, do that down the line, maybe at next year's Mania, if Daniel Bryan sticks around still. Because I feel like maybe Daniel Bryan could, go into a feud with Rollins, maybe at Mania. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to say about this match, I'm going to say that Cesaro wins, though. I mean, he's the most logical pick here to win the match. And then the next match we have is the WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. We got Drew McIntyre defending the title against Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, Kofi Kingston, and Sheamus. It's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be pretty good. I mean, Jeff Hardy, he's not going to win. I mean, he'll probably do a big spot, probably off one of the pods. I like to see Styles win, but he's not going to win it here. Kofi's not going to win. Randy Orton, I was thinking like a few weeks ago, maybe having, Randy and Edge, but we've seen that a lot, and I feel like maybe The Fiend could get involved in this match and cost Orton the match, and then they have Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt at Mania, like in a Firefly Funhouse match, something like that. I don't know. It's between Sheamus or Drew, but I don't really see any reason to take the title off of Drew right now. So I'm going to say Drew retains, but if it's not Drew, then it'll probably be Sheamus who wins here. I mean, he's going to be the last person to come out of the pod. So I think it maybe might be between Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and like AJ Styles. I mean, AJ Styles, he's going to have a great performance in the match. But it's going to be interesting. But I say Drew McIntyre retains, and I don't know really what he does for WrestleMania. Because I don't really see Drew McIntyre facing Edge. I really don't see that. And then in the main event, we have Roman Reigns defending the title against Cesaro. That's who I said that's who he's gonna be facing. Which I say that Roman Reigns is gonna retain, and maybe we have like a screwy finish where Seth Rollins costs Cesaro the match or something, and then they have like a little feud going into, I don't know, Fastlane or something, or they do a multi-man match at Fastlane, with having Roman Reigns, maybe Seth Rollins in there, I don't know, Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, I don't know, something like that. A multi-man match, like a fatal four-way for the title. I don't know. But either way, Roman Reigns is going to retain his title, and he's going to go into WrestleMania no matter what. I mean, maybe we see Edge after the match, come out and spear Roman Reigns and basically hold the title up, saying, hey, I choose you. He doesn't say anything, but he basically he does choose him at WrestleMania. I mean, that seems like a money match right there, like a really big main event match. Edge and Roman Reigns. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I would love to see that. But yeah, I got Roman Reigns retaining his Universal Championship match, retaining his title here. But yeah, that was all the matches here. We got how many matches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches here. 6 matches. Maybe there might be one match on the pre-show. There could be, maybe another match that gets added. I don't understand why Sasha Banks isn't defending her title against somebody on this show. I mean, we basically already know that it's going to be Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. We basically already know that. But I don't know. I just feel like I wish she would actually defend her title. But yeah, this is Juggernaut saying peace out. And I guess my next video probably be, I'm going to do another retro review. I'm going to do a retro review for Elimination Chamber 2011. So I'm going to go back and watch that and then review it for you guys. And then I'm going to do my Elimination Chamber 2021 review. Probably maybe tomorrow night or Monday sometime. So stay tuned for that. And this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out. And I'll catch you guys in my next video.